Well, hop aboard the Polar Express and take a magical journey to the North Pole. Joining me with the festive details are Andrea Side, marketing manager for the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad, along with conductor Rich, and you met him a second ago, Chef Cheese. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is really exciting. You're bringing this award-winning book and motion picture. A lot of people familiar with it, but in case they're not, remind us briefly what the story is of the Polar Express.
Polar Express is about a magical journey on a train to the North Pole by a young boy who's getting just to the age that he might stop believing in Santa and the magic of Christmas. And so this is all about his rediscovery of that.
Okay. Well, so what happens on our ride during the North Pole?
All kinds of things happen on the ride. We throw you right into the movie, from getting your tickets punched by the conductor with the letters, Chef Cheese and his crew serving you hot chocolate on board the train. Santa gets on at the North Pole, and everyone receives that little magical first gift of Christmas.
Wow, that is so cool. And you can see there, we got the elves hard at work. Of course, Kris Kringle right there. That's great.
The big man himself.
The big man himself.
Star of the show.
Well, so once we arrive, Santa gets on. What happens at the North Pole?
Well, Santa's there, and we pick him up, and then the chefs sort of take over.
Okay.
And we sing and dance. We do a little electric slide. What's the Harlem Shake a little bit?
Oh,
this
really?
year.
Okay.
Yeah, so the chefs are pretty hip, and we sing and dance. We have a bunch of fun props that we use to entertain everybody until Santa comes through each car, and then, like I said, he's the star of the show.
Sure.
Once that happens.
Well, you know,
all
that
eyes
happens,
on
yeah,
Santa.
absolutely. Well, so we do that, and I'm sure no one wants to come home, but we have to return to reality at some point.
yes.
So what happens on that return trip?
Well, most of that is happening on the return trip.
Oh, most of that's happening on the return
Santa
trip.
comes through the cars.
Okay.
Each child gets to visit with Santa. They get the first gift of Christmas, which
Okay.
is, of course, as we know, a bell from Santa's sleigh.
Okay, that is so
Yes.
fantastic. That sounds like so much fun.
And so
Well, so can we choose which car we want to ride in?
You can, yes. There's a few different classes of service.
Okay.
Each one's just a little bit different, and so the best thing to do is look on our website or call one of our agents, and they can explain the different classes of service to you. Each one's a wonderful experience, though.
Yeah, I bet. Well, you know, I mean, Santa visiting, it can't get any better than that. That sounds fantastic.
Exactly.
Now, for folks that need it, is this train handicap accessible?
It is. We
It
do
is.
have a standard class handicap accessible car.
Okay, great. So everyone can climb on board the Polar
Absolutely.
But
Express.
if they do need the handicap accessible car, they need to make that really clear because we only have one car that's handicap
Okay,
accessible.
okay. And so we do that when we're making our reservations or
Yes.
purchasing
Yes.
tickets? Great,
Yes.
great to know.
And the sooner the better for that.
The sooner
because
the better.
As Rich mentioned, we just have one handicap car.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I mean, it's going to sell out just period. I'm sure all the
All
cars are going to be
cars,
packed
especially
to
the
gills.
premium cars, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so how should we dress for this?
Well, in pajamas,
Bundle up?
of course.
Oh, pajamas, of course,
Yes.
of course. That's right.
And this is for all ages. We get families from the little kids all the way up to grandma and grandpa. They're all in pajamas.
Don in their pajamas.
Yes,
Wow, that's very cool.
absolutely.
I got to go out and get a pair of pajamas now because I'm sure I can't wear what I usually sleep in. You know,
Put
a lot
on
of
a robe.
folks.
You can wear a
Yeah,
robe.
there we go, a robe. Then I'm good. I'm good. So how long is the ride?
It's just over an hour.
Just over an hour?
But the whole
Okay.
experience it's about an hour and a half. There's a pre-show. It's really a production, and so that starts before about 15 minutes before the train departs, and then when the train comes back, everybody's let off into the museum, and there's a lot to see. once
There's
you get
live
back.
reindeer to see when you get
Really?
back to Durango.
Wow,
Yes.
very cool.
So it's all amazing, but definitely arrive early because the pre-show, as the train arrives, the conductor comes out. They do the scene with the boy. It's spectacular.
You got to be there for the whole experience.
spectacular.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
absolutely. Well, you're also hosting a contest called I Believe, right? What are the details on that contest?
Yeah. Go ahead, Cheese.
Well, from today until December 31st, kids can submit an essay about what they believe in and what they love about Christmas.
Wow.
And Chris Van Allsburg, who is the author of the book, who inspired this whole thing, he is going to read those essays. He'll pick his favorite one, and his winner that he chooses, the family wins an all expenses paid trip to the Polar Express 2014.
No kidding. Wow, that's fantastic. Well, that's great. Well, so I'm on board, so I want to get my tickets. So how can our viewers, how can we learn more and buy tickets to this?
There's lots of information as well as the video, which pieces of it have been showing. You can view the whole thing though at durangotrain.com.
Okay.
The number to call is 888-872-4607.
Fantastic. And booking now through January 4th, is that
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful mug and the very hot cocoa. This is great. I mean, this is worth the price of admission right here. So thank you
Amen.
guys so
Thank
much.
you.
Happy
Thank
holidays.
you.
Thanks, Jeff.
All aboard.
Thank you. All aboard. That's right, my man, right here. Well, the Hunger Games